Hello, everybody. Live from Project Inspire lobby. I'm Nachi Gordon, and I will be speaking to so many different personalities that spent Shabbos here. I'm here with my first guest, Shannon Newson, all the way from Eretz Yisrael. We just had a conversation a couple days ago. Very interesting one.
Right.
Hopefully, the world will see that pretty soon. But how was your Shabbos here? Tell me what the experience is like.
Amazing. So much programming, so much to choose from. There's like so many sessions going on at the same time. It's hard to pick who to go to. It was inspiring. I was hired as a speaker to come and inspire others, but I have been inspired 10 times more.
And your background is you were an evangelical Christian.
Yes.
And here you are at this is our front line. Like, this is what we do to get people to become frum and religious. And from your background, now I think you probably never thought you'd be here today doing this.
Never thought I would be in a Jewish environment. Never thought I would be in front of Jewish people. And to be speaking to them and have them tell me that I was inspiring, and because for so many years going through the conversion process and looking to Jewish people, I envied every single one that I saw at the table. I envied that 5-year-old child who gave a Devar Torah, and inside I wanted to scream, I want to go back to kindergarten. I envy that person so much. So to speak to an audience that thought my life was inspiring is very special. I never thought that.
I saw someone just before come over to you and they said, we're so happy to have you part of the tribe.
Right.
To hear that from someone at this weekend, I'm sure that's not just the one person that said it. How does that feel?
It's been one giant hug after another, and really special. It's like my own personal exodus.
Yeah. For people who are, I guess, hesitant about, I think Project Inspire is all about, we all need to do our part, having people for Shabbos and reaching out to people who maybe are not as affiliated as us and as observant as us. What would you say to someone out there watching that they don't feel like they have what it takes to do that type of stuff, outreach or having people over for Shabbos? What would you say to sort of encourage them to be like, no, you're able to do this?
I think everybody can do something. What I found interesting was these are a bunch of people involved in Kirov. They were Kirov professionals all over. And usually I would expect that they were exchanging ideas on how to bring people in, how to attract people, what to do to get people inspired. But one right after another, I found it very interesting that they're saying we don't have enough hands on deck, and that people are coming. I don't know if it's October 7th or if it's the rise in anti-Semitism, but neshamas are waking up, and we're not having to go out. I know in my own organization, we reach out to Jews in the church, and they come back to Judaism. I've stepped back for a year for health reasons, and I can't control the incoming calls and the neshamas that are coming back, and it was interesting to see that other Kirov professionals are experiencing the same thing and asking for help, and trying to get people on board to do something. Anything you can do, we need help because we're overwhelmed. Neshamas are coming from all over.
It's amazing. Well, Shannon, thank you so much for joining me over here. Really appreciate your time. And I hope you go out and enjoy the nightlife here at Project Inspire.
Definitely.
And very soon the whole world will hear your story from our perspective at Meaningful People, so I'm looking forward to that.
Thank you so much.
Alrighty, the show continues here as we're awaiting our next guest.
Thank you so much.
It is a night full of fun here at Project Inspire. So excited. I'm being joined by Rabbi Beryl Lazar. Thank you so much, the Chief Rabbi of Russia.
Yep.
It is an honor. It's an honor to have you here at this time. I first want to ask you how you enjoyed Shabbos here at Project Inspire.
Baruch Hashem. Every Shabbos it goes through, it's a better enjoyment. So every Shabbos is another Shabbos. You go higher and higher and higher. This was an amazing Shabbos.
So really the theme here is we're trying to get people to understand that they can be someone that does something when it comes to getting you through the door and having them for a Shabbos or having them over. For someone who feels like they don't have what it takes, what would you do? What would you say to inspire them?
Doesn't have what it takes to connect to another Yid? It can be. Any Jew has what to give another Yid. There's a famous line that the Rebbe said, if you know Aleph, teach Aleph. And if that person knows Aleph and you also Beis, teach him Beis. It means you don't have to teach a lot. You don't have to be a big Talmid Chacham. You don't have to be savvy, a big orator, you know how to speak, you know how to give a special drasha. No, just be yourself. Care for him. What people want to see, that you really care for him. I said today, Dvarim hayetzim min halev nichnasim el halev. It's a fact. If we're not affecting somebody else, it means the words are not coming out of our heart. What does it mean the words come out of the heart? It's not about myself. It's about the other Jew. If the whole time you're thinking, who am I? Can I succeed? Am I that sophisticated to be able to approach somebody and tell him? The truth is, the reason that we don't approach other people is because of our ego. Because we think, and what if you're going to say no? It's going to hurt my ego. And what if it turns me off? Actually, you know what? If you love him, you're going to try. If he would have been your child, you would have turned the world around to reach out to him and find a way to do it. So imagine this. Your child, they got lost who knows where. What are you going to do to find him? Anything. And that's our job. Our job is to use every possible opportunity. You never know what's going to be the key that's going to open the heart of this Jew.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like you said, invite him for Shabbos. Sometimes you're giving him a present, give him a book, give him a Kiddush cup, give him a mezuzah. Just last week, I met a Jew who's officially for decades, he's away from Yiddishkeit. And he baptized himself. He considered himself Keilu, not Jewish. I told him, you're Jewish anyway.
Yeah.
At the end of the meeting, I gave him a mezuzah. And I told him the story about, the mezuzah is going to watch you, not you have to watch the mezuzah. He got hold of the mezuzah and he started kissing it. I said, wow, this is a Jew that I thought we would never connect, and he was kissing the mezuzah as the holy thing. So you never know what's going to be the key. For somebody it's going to be, putting on tefillin. For somebody else it's going to be a good vartera. For somebody else it's going to be a hug. For somebody it's going to be just telling him, hello, how are you? And showing that you actually care when you're asking how are you, not just saying how are you because that's part of the,
Yeah. How do you deal with the no's? Naturally, when you're trying to connect the people and bring them in, how do you deal with the rejection? And that probably happens a lot for many Chabad rabbis around the world that are doing this sort of work. People reject it all the time. But how do you have the confidence to keep going?
So I remember meeting a Jew that was already getting closer, and asked him, how did it happen? He says, you really want to know? I said, yes, I want to know. He said, I was actually walking into a meeting with a whole bunch of people, and there was a mitzvah tank in the streets, and somebody stopped me and he asked me, are you Jewish? And I said no. And I kept on walking. And I come into the meeting, and I'm broken. Why? Because how could I say no to the question, are you Jewish? I should have said yes, but I'm not interested. Why did I say no? And I'm all broken, and all of a sudden this other person that was in the meeting comes over to me and says, why are you so broken? What happened? Why are you so down? So I told him the story. He says, yes, stupid. They asked me the same question. I said yes, and they gave me Shalach Manas. Today was Purim. And then he felt double stupid. He said, first of all, I said no, and number two, I didn't get this package. And he said, I decided I'm going to change. I'm going to say from now on yes. And that changes life. So you never know what the no is going to do to a person. He's going to say no really deep inside. What does he want? He wants to say yes. There's a Jew that Baruch Hashem became very, very involved in our community. And he always says, a Jew cannot say no. Who's saying no? It's a her. It's not the Jew. The Jew is the Nefesh Elikis. His soul for sure says yes. You only have to touch the soul. So sometimes he says no one time, a second time, a third time. At a certain point, for sure, all these layers are going to go down and he's going to say yes. And I want to tell you, I look at our community. Baruch Hashem, we have hundreds and hundreds and thousands of Baalei Teshuvos. most of them, the first answer was no. I don't want to put on tefillin. I don't want to come to shul. I don't want to have anything to do with you. I'm not that kind of Jew. And at a certain point, everything switched and they turned around completely. So you never know what a no means. A no is a way also to get closer to him revealing what's going on inside of him. I don't know how much time you have and how much time I have, but I once met a Jew on a plane, and I asked him, do you want to put on tefillin? And he says, no. He started screaming at me. I said, whoa. No, people are my clients, but what are you screaming at me? And I was actually wearing my talis. And he says, if you want to help me, explain to me what a talis is. So I actually went and explained to him what a talis is, what is the reason, all behind it. And then I tell him, do you know what a tefillin is? He says, no, I don't know. So why did you scream no? Because I don't know what you want from me. It comes out that as a child, he was in Camp Gan Yisrael, and he saw tzitzis, and all of a sudden he made the connection when he saw my talis. He didn't even ever see a pair of tefillin. And when he actually put on tefillin, all of a sudden everything opened up, and everything changed. So you never know what's going to trigger a neshama to wake up and to say, wow, I'm hungry, I want to do more. And those that don't realize they're hungry, they're even in a tougher place. Those you have to help even more. Those that realize they're hungry and they're going to look for food, so they'll take care of themselves. Those that say no, those are our clients. That's where we need to come in. If they know and they want it, they'll find their way. Sooner or later, they'll find how to, see the light. But we are the ones that have to make sure that those that say no should realize that what they're missing out is the best of the best. And that's what we have to show them.
All right, thank you so much. You should continue to be matzliach in all the work you're doing. And thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, I appreciate it.
Keep it up.
Thank you. We are having a great time over here at Project Inspire. Is it?
You have trouble?
It is Rabbi Hanan Gordon time
This
here.
is the annual Gordon.
Yeah, this is
the Gordon reunion.
Yeah.
Once a year. We got to do this more often, Nachi.
Do these mics, are they censored? Because this
this is going to go live to Johannesburg, South Africa.
Here we go. Well, it's nice having you. How was Shabbos? Tell me.
Unbelievable.
Yeah?
The only downside was that you were missing.
Oh, I'm so sad about that.
But a big muzzles off.
Thank you.
Once again, another Gordon enters the world.
Yeah. We are just filling the world with Gordons. That's what we do.
We're populating the world.
Yes. So, Rabbi Gordon, tell me a little bit about the theme of this weekend.
So you know what the real theme was? I was thinking that, and just hearing the end of your last discussion, at the end of the day, people think that Kiruv is about special understanding of the age of the universe, the dinosaur, you have to wear certain things, a certain approach. It comes down to just being a mensch, being sincere. It's got to come from the heart. And that doesn't take any special skills. People don't realize there are so many lonely, disenfranchised Jews. And all it takes is a random act of kindness, and it can change a person's life and therefore a generation.
How does someone have the confidence to believe that they can actually do that? For some reason, people believe that Kiruv is like a science and it's only for Kiruv professionals. In reality, we all have the yoke and the responsibility to do this work. How does one truly feel the confidence to do that?
It's a great question. So I've been doing this for over 30 years, Nachi.
Wow.
And I'm 32.
I thought you were 32. Yeah, you're 32.
So the whole thing's
so
open.
You're 2 years old, you started.
Yeah, I started when I was 2.
So I
couldn't really
talking.
walk, but eventually I got my groove. If I look back at my literally 3 decades, and I look back at teaching discovery and really see areas where I have had the most success, it's Shabbos sells itself. It's bringing people to a convention like this and just breaking down barriers and seeing people are authentic, real, and people just feel so estranged and lonely. It doesn't take anything more than just be you and show you care. I mean, especially in a world like this where you've got anti-social media, which I think makes people feel completely disenfranchised.
Yeah.
And I'll say the following, just because you're one of my favorite Gordons. I think one of the reasons why you've been successful is based on just purely
Red
being
hair.
you.
Red hair.
Red hair is one. The red shaitel is one thing. The second thing I would say is you, Nachi. You don't try and get on contrived, fancy outfits. I mean, this is just a cheap suit. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
You know, sharpness, everything, and there we go.
Yeah, you know.
But at the end of the day, you are sincere, you're authentic, you're genuine. You're not
Thank
looking,
you.
and I mean it from the, I mean,
You too.
I try to be.
You know, you just say what comes to mind, you know? That's what it's about.
That's exactly what it's about. I think we should start the Gordon Show and take this.
Yeah.
We should be playing Vegas.
Let's take the road. Yeah. In Vegas,
do you think?
Okay, that's cool. We can give it a shot.
The meaningful Gordons. What do you think?
I like
It's got
it.
a ring.
The Meaningful Gordons.
This is going to be bigger than Joe Rogan.
Oh,
Huge.
wow.
This is
Okay, well,
unbelievable.
Spotify, you know where to find us.
We heard it here first.
Robert Gordon, thank you so much for
Always
joining
a
me.
pleasure.
Enjoy this evening.
Mazel tov for the new baby
Thank
Gordon.
you. Thank you. I appreciate
Many
it.
good things.
Thank you.
It's a
Thank
pleasure.
you. Yeah. What is that noise?
Is that me?
It might be you. Radioactive. The fun continues. We're being joined by
Yosef Fishman.
Yosef Fishman and
Mike Monty.
Mike Monty. What's up, guys? How are you?
Good, how are you?
How was your weekend?
It's amazing.
Tell me a little bit about this Shabbos. What was it like for you guys? I know you guys have a cool story, how you connected, and this Shabbos here at Project Inspire. Tell me about it. What was your highlight?
Straight to the story, or we can make a joke with you first.
You can do whatever you want. I'm not gonna be able to stop you. So if you wanna plug
Who has better hair, Nachi, you or Trump?
better hair, the question is this hair real? Is this hair real? I don't know. I think it is. I've seen Win. Yeah, back to the convention.
Back to the convention. Back to the convention. Like, I always want to watch your podcast.
I appreciate it.
I never had that close-up opportunity to do it on the mic.
There it is. We're live. I can't even cut that. You
Go
know.
for it, Mike. How was your convention?
I mean, it was just amazing to see so many from Yidden wanting to inspire non-affiliated people like I once was. I didn't know something like this existed, and yeah, I just see how much potential there is out there in Kol Yisrael, and yeah, I was just very inspired from all this.
If you could tell us, I guess, in like a 90-second little synopsis, your story, how you guys met, how you became from, what was that like?
Yeah, so we met through a business deal. The deal itself was a miracle. They didn't really get into it on the video they made, but this deal that we worked on, there was just little to no chance it would ever close. There were just so many obstacles. So that itself was a miracle. And then, you know, I mentioned to Yosef when the deal got tough, oh, it's all from above, don't worry. I mean, I had heard Jewish people say that because working in commercial real estate, you run into a lot of from people. And I mean, I actually believed it, but I was just kind of like, I don't know, I was just saying.
And at the time, you weren't religious at all.
I wasn't religious at all, and you know, we ended up closing the deal, and it inspired Yosef to, I guess, ask if I'm Jewish, and he then invited me to Pesach Seder. It was the first Pesach Seder I'd ever been to. I knew nothing about Pesach, and from there he kept inviting me for Shabbos every week. I mean, I wouldn't go every week, but he was always calling me. He was always there for me, and he was an amazing friend and mentor. And yeah, eventually it led to me going to learn in Eshet Torah.
Wow, that's amazing, Yosef. What drove you to make that decision of? I mean, having someone for a Pesach Seder for the first time, that's a serious commitment. That's like a 6-hour commitment right there.
Yeah, so
That's more than a first date even.
Yeah, so what commitment was, I grew up in a home if I ever said the person's not Jewish or not religious, my father would always correct me, and my grandmother really started and say it's not yet religious. So the concept of every single Yid that has the opportunity, if it was given the opportunity, for sure would want to get closer to Hashem. But what we do so unique about our story, which I think I should spread the message, is that we have very young children, and we don't have guests at the Seder because I have to really focus on them. And even though I invited Mike for the Seder, I didn't have Mike for the Seder. I had a friend have him for the Seder and follow through, and Mike still felt so warm, even though I couldn't personally have him, to go somewhere else.
Wow.
He came by to visit us on the way to the Seder, and and we had something called a yarmulke fitting party because he never really had a yarmulke before. So I said, we have to pick which one you want. And he's like, is this what everyone goes through?
Yeah, everyone.
Usually at 3, but Mike was a little different at 3, and it was fantastic. He picked out a beautiful yarmulke, and their journey started over there. He came actually for a day meal after that, but really is
the confidence that you would say to someone out there to ask someone to come for a Shabbos meal. What would you say to that person that doesn't have that confidence level yet?
So what I always say is that by learning from how Mike and so many of the people I work with in the business field, is that they want it more than you want an ice cream cone on a hot sunny day in a beach in Florida. Like, a Yid wants to get closer, and especially after the October 7th, and I was just on a plane now flying to Tampa, and the woman next to me, she works for Gucci, and she was crying. And I opened up my chumash, and she's like, "You're Jewish?" I said, "Yeah." I've wearing a cap. She's like, "Oh, me too!" She jumped on a mug and David. I can't stop crying. I can't stop crying. I can't stop crying. And I told her, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
And I said, why they hate us so much, and they try to just inspire other people and other people. And today, people want to get close. All we have to do, I think, is put our arm around the shoulder and just open our doors, and it will change your life like it changed my life.
Amazing. Mike and Yosef, thank you so much for joining me. You guys, your story is inspiring. Now go have fun. Enjoy. So nice to meet you guys. What's up? How are you? What a guy. What a people. Is he yours? He's your... Amazing. Incredible. Your dad? Wow. You guys, you have a good one. Harry Rothenberg, Esquire.
It's been a while since we've been on together.
Yes.
Great to see you.
So happy to be back here with you. Harry, tell me a little bit about this Shabbos here at Project Inspire. What's it like for you? What's the experience like?
It was fantastic. I have to say, when I got here, I spoke at, I think, 3:30 Erev Shabbos. 3:30 Erev Shabbos.
That's a rough slot.
Forget that it's a rough slot. I don't mind any slot. But who's going to be there at 3:30 Erev Shabbos?
Yeah.
There's food out here, right?
Yeah.
People are showing up, the pool's open, and there were people showing up to be inspired.
Amazing.
And it's an incredible crowd, and there are people who are looking to do more. And as I told them, I spoke over Shabbos, and I talked about a recent project that I just took on for Hachseg. So it's in addition to the weekly video that's once a week, now I'm filming 6 additional videos every week. So I said that, I realized that if you ever ask yourself, what can I do for Klal Yisrael? The answer is always more than I'm currently doing. There's just always room to do more, and you take something on and you find time, or Hashem will give you the Siyata D'Shmaya that you're able to make the time.
Wow.
And that's what this is all about. It's just people like raising their hand and signing up and saying, what can I do?
It's fascinating to see. It's fascinating to see where, Klal Yisrael is amazing and we're doing so much, but there's always so much more we can do.
Right.
There's always so much more we have to do.
Right.
Because, year after year after year, how many more people are becoming from it? More people are becoming from it. It's a daunting task. We have a lot of work to do.
Right.
And we need the whole world to be in on it, to do it with us.
Right.
We need all of our Jewish people to do it, and not to think that it's just reserved for specific people with a beard or a rabbi title. It's not. Right?
There's something that everybody can do. Some people can speak. So you can't speak. There are people who can donate. There are people who can, as you just heard tonight, they're talking about, there are people, not just money, you could donate your boardroom.
Yeah.
We this Monday night, I have 80 Australians coming in, and we can't find a place. My conference room doesn't hold that many people. We could hold 40.
We got to knock down and got to get a new office then. Come on.
Yeah, well, that's a whole nother story. But, maybe. But that 80 is a big ask. But we just finally found somebody, who's got room for 80.
Really?
It's a big deal to be able to do that.
Yeah.
There are people, I tell this to women all the time, there are people whose chicken soup can turn someone's life around. Came for a Shabbos, and, maybe the husband's not a makarev and doesn't know how to answer the difficult questions, but is friendly. And the person shows up, they've never had a Shabbos before, and they see the interaction between the husband and the wife. The meal's delicious. Just the whole mood is a beautiful one. They see the back and forth. A little kid pulls out a Parsha sheet. That's it's an unbelievable thing.
Yeah. It's like you don't have to worry about asking the hard questions. You just gotta be there, right? That's all it's about.
Right.
Harry, thank you so much for joining me.
Pleasure.
The line keeps moving here.
Great to see you.
Pleasure to have you.
Keep doing
Enjoy
what
the
you're
rest
doing.
of your night. I appreciate
Be well.
it. Thank you. Thank you. You guys hear the music? I hear the music, and this is live. So what they want me to do is just keep talking. What can I tell you? I'm sitting here in the lobby at Project Inspire, having a great time. And if you have my number, text me. I'll give you a shout out, right? Why not? You know, that's not a shout out. We're gonna skip that message. But this guy's laughing. This is fun. We're waiting for our next guest here. So, guys, Project Inspire is all about finding those Yidden out there that don't yet find the beauty of Yiddishkeit. Give them a Shabbos. Give them an experience. And you all can do that. It's not just for any rabbi or anybody that calls himself a Kiruv professional. It's for you too to make an invite for Shabbos and to say, hey, do you want to go out for lunch? It's a small gesture right there, right then, that you can make that will go a long way. It's so much fun. They just leave me up here, but we're just going to keep talking. We're going to keep talking. Thank you to Torah Anytime for operating this live stream. This Shabbos has so many legends. You got Baruch Levine singing right now with Ellie Marcus. You had Charlie Harari here for Shabbos. You had Dina Schumacher here for Shabbos. Shannon Newsom, we spoke to Aviva Brody. Such an amazing lineup. And we are being joined now by my friend from Torah Anytime, Rabbi Kol Yaakov. Are you coming on? Let's do it. Nice. I'm live right now. Nice. Hi guys. What's up? Soon, you know? Yeah, we should get like a sign that says live. No side conversations. Live. What's up?
Amazing.
How you doing? How was Shabbos?
Oh, Project Inspire, one of a kind. We go to a lot of conventions.
Yeah.
As you know, recording, we're here with our team, but Project Inspire, off the charts.
Tell me about it. What was your highlight of this Shabbos?
Ravgav. I gotta say it how it is.
That's how it is.
Ravgav. We were chilling. We were joking, and the guy just come with his shiurim are so funny, and he really gets into your neshama. It really makes a change.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I walked him out, and we had a great time.
For people who want to, take the inspiration from Project Inspire, for those at home who are watching that weren't here, if you could sum it up in a little bit of a dose, what would that be?
Well, look, I myself am a product of organizations like Project Inspire. Many people know our story. My brother and I, two public school kids, came from a communist country, didn't know anything about Judaism, and people that did Kiruv with us. They pulled us out of public school, showed us what Judaism is all about. One thing led to another, and next thing you know, we started Torah Anytime. Biggest Torah revolution in the world, Baruch Hashem. We're spreading now over 15 million hours. Last year, we never streamed that much before.
Wow.
1.2 million users.
50 million a year?
15 million, yeah.
15?
Yeah, 15
million.
million. Wow. Yeah, I mean, that's only what we could actually count.
Right.
Many times people download, put it on USBs, make copies, give them out. We can't count that. Many people, at the time, you have 100 people watching one screen.
Yeah.
We don't count that as well. This is only numbers that we know about. But there's so much more to do, Nachi. You know about that. With Meaningful Men, everything that you're involved with.
Yeah.
And Meaningful People. Baruch Hashem, you're doing an awesome
We got a lot of work to do.
We do.
Gotta reach the masses.
I just wanted to let everyone know, fresh off the press, the brand new Daily Dose book.
Nice.
Thank you for the inspiration with your Meaningful Minute book.
Oh, yeah.
Baruch Hashem, 3 years in the making. We actually started this before our dear friend Ray Wallenstein passed away, and we had to put this project on hold to get his book out, which Baruch Hashem sold over 20,000 copies. We're going to the third printing on that.
Wow.
And we went back at this. This is a one-of-a-kind book. It's going to be in bookstores on right after Purim. We tried to make it before Purim, didn't work out. Right after Purim, you could go to your local bookstore, or feldheim.com, and we're doing something very, very special. Someone here, a very generous person, sponsored 300 copies to be given out in Project Inspire.
Wow.
So every welcome package has one of these.
That's
And
awesome.
if anyone out there is interested in sponsoring books for your events at half off, and it comes with a personalized dedication on the inside cover, you could reach out to us. Shimon at TorahAnytime.com will tell you all about it. All proceeds go straight to Torah in time, so we can keep spreading more Torah to more people around the world.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Nachi, keep up
All
the
the
great
best.
work. You guys are amazing.
You too. Keep rocking it.
Thank you.
We're gonna
Thank you.
keep our program going here at Project Inspire with the music going on in the background. Having a fun night. Hey guys. Thank you. You wanna come on? Come on in.
Really watching you all the time.
Thank you. Welcome. Say your name for all those following at home right now.
I'm David Moss, and this is my
I'm
wife
Lauren Moss.
What's up, guys?
How are you? Shavua Tov.
I'm doing great. How was Shabbos?
Amazing.
Yeah?
No one does Shabbos like Project Inspire.
It really is.
It's really fantastic.
Every year, it's just better and better and better.
They up their game every year. It's something new. It's fresh. It's really unbelievable.
What was your highlight? What was the highlight for you?
Tonight,
Yeah.
Shabbos, the program was incredible. So many great speakers. The stories. It's just nonstop. Really inspiration the whole time.
And what brought you guys here?
What brought us here?
It goes back a lot of years.
But we've been friends of Project Inspire since 2013.
Wow.
So they've really helped us.
I was in high school. I was in high school, I think.
Yeah.
Good times.
So they were very supportive of our journey, and we started off very uninvolved in our Judaism.
Yeah.
And look where we are today.
Yeah. I'm guessing it took one person who actually inspired you guys.
Multiple people.
Multiple
and many
people.
in this hotel have been very, very, very influential in our growth.
Really,
So
that's
it's been
amazing.
great. It's been great.
Aren't you glad that happened?
I wouldn't change a thing. It's really changed our lives, all for the good.
We're even learning now that we can also share our knowledge with others, and that's something that we didn't have the tools before, but now we do. And it's so nice to be able to learn Aleph and teach Aleph and be able to share what we've learned.
That's very cool. For those at home, a lot of people I'm asking is how do you have the courage to ask someone to come for Shabbos or do something like that? I want to ask you guys, maybe someone's watching who's not so affiliated or observant, the courage to say yes to an invite. To say, you know what, I will come for Shabbos.
You know what? I come across a lot of people when we talk about our Judaism and inviting them to things. Very often I hear, it's not for me. And I firmly believe that Torah is for every Jew. And sometimes you just got to give it a little chance and just be authentic. Whatever you're doing, be authentic.
You invite, and they may not say yes right away, and you just keep inviting them. Eventually, they say, you know what, I'll come. And then when they come, they experience something so special that they want a part of it too.
Yeah, the neshama wants it.
Yes, and just be authentic, who you are.
Yeah.
And it really shines through. And I've seen really so many people start with just a little inspiration, and then they take off.
Amazing.
So
It's so nice.
All on their own pace, whatever their schedule is. Really beautiful thing.
Amazing. It's so nice meeting
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining me. Have a great night. Enjoy.
Thank you.
So much fun here at Project Inspire. Big shout out to my friend Ephraim Barracks from SAIG. You got your shout out. You happy? Yossi.
First of all, Mazel Tov.
Thank you. Oh, we got a cheer for you.
Oh, yeah, cheer.
Get comfortable. What's going on?
Wow.
This is
another year.
The only time we get to sit down and shoot
I
is
know.
in front of everybody. We shut the camera off for a minute, catch up.
First of all, Mazel Tov.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We'd love to have you here for Shabbos. Closer? We'd love to have you here for Shabbos, but we'll give you a few weeks after your baby before you
Thank
can
you.
come back.
Yes, I appreciate it. How was Shabbos?
I feel like
you need sleep, huh?
Yeah, but the sleep will come. I feel like to be able to go through a Shabbos where there's a sense of mission. But it's not like any individual mission. It's really a mission, a joint mission of everybody coming together. And I think that people got it. I sort of felt that it hit early, and the people we had speaking and the presenters and stuff. Should I tell you to have Rabbi Lazar here? It was on an island out there in turmoil, and is able to just bring meaning and direction to so many thousands of Jews. Just wow.
Yeah.
How can I tell you?
It's amazing. I remember last year when we were speaking, you said this is not the most important week. The most important week is next week. Because the people who are here, are they going to invite someone? Are they going to lend a hand out there?
I'll tell you, Menachem, I guess this is really for the audience that now the cat is out of the bag. You know, so much of last year and even earlier on was a pitch of like, you said if you see somebody do something, meaning you meet less connected Jews, do something about it. This year we sort of did the work and we said there are so many initiatives that we want to take. We just need people to join. Say, I'm in. You're in. Raise your hand. Count you in. And we put together, give us a conference room. You work in an office, you have a conference room, give it to us, to our students, our people that want to connect. You could host in your house a Shabbos, you could host a Chal Bake, you can learn with a study partner, you can use your professionalism, you're a lawyer, you're a doctor, connect the students, professionals, be able to connect with them and inspire them. There's so many initiatives to go by. We've done the work. Go on the road. We have couples that are going to campuses, that are going to communities to inspire. There's so many things to get involved. And if there's nothing here that you want to get involved in, tell us what you do want to get involved in. Because the truth of the matter is, it's going to take all of us. There's so many Jews to inspire. And that's what we have for it. That's our mission.
Yeah, we're amidst a spiritual revolution. People want to come home. They want to taste it. The heart wants it. And Project Inspire is there and saying, Yalla, let's do it.
That's right. That's really what it is, and it's not my mission, your mission. It's everyone's mission, and we know it. We know that when we all get involved and do something, do amazing things. And that's what the Shabbos is really about.
Incredible.
Yeah. So it's fantastic. I have no words. The people here is what makes it special. The people's involvement, the creativity, the sense of mission. It's amazing. Sky's the limit, Hashem. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure. Maybe we'll get to talk for a few minutes off camera.
Totally. And
That'll
by the way,
fun.
continue doing the work that you're doing and inspiring colleagues so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank
We're
you,
colleagues. We're colleagues in our work.
You bet.
I can stop yelling because the music stopped. Fun. A Five Towns van over here, or not really. For Rockaway, it's not Five Towns. Rabbi Josh Brody.
Never. No.
Never?
Not never.
Mister?
Mister.
Mr. Brody, thank you for joining me and coming on my program over here. I think I just want you to get closer to this. You can hold it if you want.
Okay, no, it's all good.
Talk to me about how Shabbos is over here.
Shabbos was awesome. It's always good. No matter how many times I come back, it's been fantastic. It's good to connect with people, kind of see what the mission's all about, try to get the word out. It's been amazing.
What would you say the mission's all about?
Connecting to Jews that you wouldn't otherwise connect to. It's something that I think we end up living in a very insular community, and you have the opportunity to be like, go a little bit outside your comfort zone, and you talked to the Mosses a minute ago. I mean, right? Those are some of our closest friends now. It's pretty wild.
Cool.
Yeah.
How can people have the confidence to put themselves out there and make that invite for Shabbos, or understand that Kiruv is not necessarily for a Kiruv specialist? It's not like medical school. Everyone can have a part in this.
Well, I think people have to realize that Kiruv is 95% relationships. Right? It's all about just connecting to people. It doesn't matter how smart you are. It doesn't matter how learned you are. Just to connect. And you got to pick your spot. Right? I'm not good on the plane when I have somebody sitting next to me. That's not my thing. I'm like, got my AirPods in. Like, I'm not paying
attention. Are any of those stories true?
Yeah, no.
The plane stories.
100%.
But who does Rabbi Pesach Krohn, like, who books his flights? He's always next to, like, who's his travel agent? I want to meet that guy.
Yeah, no, but you know what I'm saying? Because it's someone like him who finds those types of situations. Like guys like me, that never happens to me because it's not my thing. Yeah. So you have to pick your spot, know where, a little outside your comfort zone, but enough that, you don't feel like it's something they're never actually going to do.
I think people are scared. I think I'm scared sometimes. Where I put myself out there with someone, they're going to start asking me questions I don't know the answers to. Like, oh, can you explain to me the history of what you're wearing, or this and that? And it's like, I don't know. But generally, I feel like it's not like that.
No, I tell you, it's relationships. The expression of, like, getting bageled.
Yeah.
Right? Why does that happen? Because some other Jew sees you wearing a yarmulke and just wants to connect to another Jew. And so it doesn't require any, fancy expositions or knowing anything particular. Just talking to him like a normal person.
Amazing. Josh, thank you so much
awesome. No, good to see
for joining me. I appreciate it.
Pleasure.
Until next time.
Next time.
Brian? Akiva Barracks, everybody. Say hello to the family at home. Hey, you must be Steve.
I'm Steve. Steve, hey, thank you.
Welcome aboard, Steve. I'm happy to have you.
Awesome, good to be here.
Tell me, how was your Shabbos here?
I must tell you, absolutely unbelievable Shabbos.
Really?
Yeah. It was, to be honest, I was a little bit nervous in the beginning. I felt guilty. I came straight from being in Eretz Yisrael, being on shift with my unit. My unit just became operational about a week ago.
Wow.
And they actually pushed the unit forward in terms of the training and readiness so that we could be ready for Ramadan. And we're on what we call in Israel Konanut. And what that meant was we're all on duty, ready to go. And I said, how can I leave the guys, how can I leave Eretz Yisrael at this time? We're in a war. But I must be honest, when I came here and I saw the incredible love, the passion, the connection that I had with so many people over here, it made it all worthwhile. So I'm very happy that I made the trip.
What is your takeaway? What are you going back to your unit with? What did you see and experience here this weekend?
I think in one word to sum it up is the Achdus, the tremendous unity among Am Yisrael. It doesn't matter, what affiliation, what kind of Yid. We had Yids coming out with strimals, and I'm an Israeli soldier, and they're hugging, they're cuddling, they're saying, we're davening for you, we love you. And I think that's such an important message, especially for the guys that are out there in Eretz Yisrael. They on the front lines, and to know that there are Jews on the other side of the world that are davening for them, caring for them. I think that's a beautiful idea.
The work that you're doing, what can the viewers at home do for you and your unit?
So, the most important thing is that if everyone can be proactive, do something from their perspective that they can do a little bit more, that can help us out with, if it means learning more, if it means getting, someone else to learn with them, have a chavrusa, just doing more, whatever it might be. If it's tzedakah, if it's helping out with someone like soldiers who want food, or just whatever it can be. I think everyone, and this is something I spoke about in over Shabbos, is that if everyone has a unique ability, everyone has something that's so special, and to figure out what that unique ability is and use that to really help Am Yisrael. And I think that's the main idea. And the whole idea is really to bring Am Yisrael together, to have that Achdus.
Steve, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, man.
Enjoy the rest of your night and safe travels back to your unit. Wishing you guys much hatzlacha, and thank you for your service. Thank you for doing what you do.
Amen. Thank you. Shavua tov.
Alrighty, everybody at home, about to have some water. Don't say amen. Baruch atah Melchem Shach Kol Nivoroi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Introduce yourself to those at home.
Fagi Kogel, layperson in the Kiruv world.
Nice.
Layperson in the Kiruv world. We were recruited, me and my husband. He's supposed to join me, but we couldn't find him.
Oh, that's all good.
We were recruited to go to Boston, so we're 3 weeks into this.
Nice.
We joined Rabbi Lokech and his family on his tent. He had about 200 students, and we just sat with them. They wanted professionals in their field, so I'm a nurse, my husband's in the banking business, and just connected with the students.
It's amazing. What's your takeaway from a Shabbos like this here?
It's very inspiring. That's really what it is.
Good name.
It's inspiring.
Probably why they named it Project Inspire.
Yeah, it just, I invite people for Shabbos all the time. Sometimes I don't know how pushy to be, how not to be, when to. In every area of my life, in work, I play tennis. There's a lot of Jews that do that. And I don't know how much to push, come for Shabbos, not come for Shabbos. Now I know to push a little harder than I've been pushing.
Yeah.
So it really gave us that, and this is what we do.
What would you say to somebody that isn't pushing that hard, or they're not even pushing at all? Why is it important to invite someone for Shabbos?
So I believe I heard this from Rabbi Koren 18 years ago when Project Inspire started. He spoke in our home. And he said, you're going to have a neighbor who's not religious, and at Me'av Esther, when you go up, they're going to ask you, why didn't you tell me? You knew this. Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you invite me? Why didn't you bring me in your house for Shabbos meal? And it's an achrayus, I feel, at Me'av Esther, that, what am I going to say? So I have to try. We have to ask. Even if it's hard. I'm an introvert. It's hard for me, but put yourself a little bit out of your comfort zone and then just say I tried.
Amazing. Thank you so much for joining me and sharing your message. Really appreciate it.
Pleasure.
Keep doing the amazing work that you're doing.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Of course. It is getting built here. A lot of fun. Let's go. We're done. Well. What's up?
Hey.
How we doing?
I'm good. This is an amazing, amazing weekend.
Yeah? What's your takeaway? What are you going home with?
Every Project Inspire Shabbat owner event, I literally say that I come here to get from again. Because there's so much inspiration. Like, I just feel so like, this is what we're supposed to be doing. This is what we're supposed to be doing for Kali Yisrael, and that's a beautiful thing.
That's amazing. What's the takeaway message you're going home with that everyone should know about?
Be fearless when it comes to engaging with other Jews. Don't second guess yourself and just be open, warm, and loving. And then that's what's going to change. That's what's going to help us stay a little bit more connected. And we need more than ever.
Right now, at this time in history, is what we need. We need people
Absolutely.
to really understand that it's going to take all of us, right?
Absolutely. Every one of us matters too.
Yeah.
You know, even when you think you can't, just one kind word, that's all it is.
It's amazing.
That's all I got.
That can make all the difference.
And I think that's what's important about these beautiful events, the Shabbaton. It's everything.
It's really amazing.
Yeah.
Marla, thank you so much.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. This has been fun. Are we continuing?
No,
done.
I'm your conclusion.
Oh, I'll see you guys next year here at Project Inspire. It's midnight. I'm going to sleep. I'm going home. But I had so much fun here. You guys have fun? You guys have fun? You guys had fun? We all had fun. Thank you, Tori Time. Thank you, Project Inspire. Thank you, Marla. Signing off for the night. See you next year.